Okay, here we go. For this second part, this will be on the test. The work is actually easy, but kind of what's going on here is just a little bit different. Okay, so this is synthetic division, right? Because that's easier. But what you're doing here has a little different twist, right? Part 2. Okay, this is what the problem's going to ask. Find the value of k. Find the value of this k, this variable here, so that you can copy this down, right? If you need to pause it. Each remainder is 0. Now it can also say that the divisor is a factor, right? If something is a factor of something else, the remainder is 0. Like 4 is a factor of 12, right? 4 is a factor of 12 because, well, when I divide 4 into 12, it goes into 12 evenly, and the remainder is 0, right? So kind of what's going on, but they're pretty much spelling it out for you. The remainder is 0. So here's the problem. Problem's going to be something like this. Number 1. So you'll have something like 4x4 plus 22x3 plus 14x squared plus, and here's this k. This is the one that you're trying to find. I don't know what this number is. Plus kx, right? That'll be the one with the x, x4, x3, x2, x. I gotta try to find this number. Plus 30 divided by x plus 5. Divided by x plus 5. So you have a problem here, and it's asking you to find this. I mean, this value of k can be anywhere, but you're trying to find this, and we're going to use synthetic division to do it. So it's actually pretty easy. All right. So we set up the synthetic division, and what goes in this corner box? Well, not the positive 5, right? You put this equal to 0, you solve it, you get x equals negative 5. So negative 5 goes here. And then, just like in synthetic division, we put these numbers up here. We're going to put the 4, the 22, the 14, the k here. This is this k that we're trying to find, right? And 30. All right, so pretty much, you're just going to do the synthetic division, and then you're just going to get stuck. But you'll see how to figure this out. Here it is. So we go ahead and do synthetic division. We learned this in the last assignment. This one drops. You get 4. 4 times negative 5 is negative 20. You write that here. These you add them. 22 take away 20 is 2. 2 times negative 5 is negative 10. You write that here. 14 take away 10 is 4. 4 times negative 5 is negative 20. And then I can't add that, right? I'm trying to find this number here. So that's where you get stuck. Now you're like, well, how do I do this, right? Well, the key thing is this, right? It's either going to say that it's a factor, or they're pretty much telling you that the remainder is what? That's important. If you know the remainder is 0, what you're going to do is you're going to work the problem out this way as far as you can. And then see here, I get stuck. I can't get a number. So now what you're going to do is you're actually going to go backwards and work from here, right? Because what do we know? We know that the remainder is 0. If the remainder is 0, well, then I know this number is 0. So think about that. If this number is 0, what would this number have to be? What would this 30 and what to give you a 0? Wouldn't you agree that has to be what? A negative 30? That would have to be a negative 30, right? And Now, in order for this to be a negative 30, you can figure out this number. Remember, just like here, you got to multiply these two and put it here, or multiply these two and put it here. Well, if I know this is like a negative 20, and let's say I don't know that this is this, negative 5 times what is negative 20? Well, you know that it's a 4, right? Well, if I know that this is a negative 30, negative 5 times what? Negative 5 times what will give you the negative 30? See, you're just working backwards now. Wouldn't that be 6? Yeah, that would be 6. And then now, you're like, what number does this have to be so that when I subtract 20 from it, it gives you 6? Well, that's like an algebra 1. I mean, some of you can already figure it out. But you can set up a quick little problem, right? What number, K, what number, take away 20, will give me 6, right? Isn't that an algebra 1 equation there? Yeah. What number, take away 20, is equal to 6? Well, I know we can do this quickly, right? That's going to be K is equal to what? 26. That is your value of K. That's the answer. Right? 26. 26 take away 20 would be 6. Negative 5 times 6, negative 30. And see, we get... All right, let's do another quick one. Number 2. Do it back here. So it's pretty much synthetic division. There's a missing a number there. They call a number a constant. Okay, here's number 2 real quick. Very similar. Just another example. Let's go with P4, right though? Minus 31. P squared. Oh, I can tell there's a missing term. Watch. Minus, and there's this K that they want me to find, minus 25, divided by P plus 5. All right, I'm already paying attention. There's a missing term, so when I set this up, what goes in this corner box? Not a positive 5, right? Negative 5. And then what? When I put these numbers here, you better watch out and put a 0 if there's a missing term. 1 for the P4, 0 for the P3, negative 31 for the P squared, this K here for the P, and the negative 25, right? All right, let's do it. So we're trying to figure out what this value of K is right here. We're going to work as much as we can forward, then we'll work backwards and you can get it. All right, pretty easy, right? Here it is. Drop this one. That's 1. That's 1 times negative 5. That's negative 5. That is a 0. 0 take away 5 is negative 5. Multiply. That's a positive 25. Add this. That's negative 6. And then here I get a positive 30. And then that's where I kind of stop right there, right? And then this is where you work backwards, right? Because we know that the remainder is what? 0. If the remainder is 0, what number would this have to be? Negative 25, and then this would have to be a positive 25, right? And if that's a positive 25, that means this times this would have to give me a positive 25. So what's the missing number here? Negative 5. Negative 5 times negative 5, positive 25. And now here, something added to this will give you negative 35. Well, I'll set up an algebra 1 equation. K something plus 30 is negative 5. What is that value of K? That would be, well, I'll move that to that side. That would be K is equal to negative 5 take away 30. K is equal to negative 35. And sure enough, yeah, negative 35 added to a 30 would give me negative 5, and then everything works out. This is this value of K that's missing. Easy, easy, easy stuff. All right, that's it. Good luck.